The sound of retching echoes through the country club's marble bathroom. My wedding dress, a pristine white just hours ago, now pools around my knees on the cold floor. Another wave of nausea hits, and I grip the toilet bowl harder, my knuckles matching the colour of my gown. Sophia? Darling, are you quite done making a spectacle of yourself? Evelyn's voice drips with honey-coated venom through the door. The guests are starting to talk. Of course they are. That's exactly what she wants. I wipe my mouth with the back of my hand, smearing the perfect red lipstick Maya spent 30 minutes applying. I'll be right out. Do hurry, Tyler's looking rather concerned. The click of her heels fades away, but her presence lingers like a bad smell. I press my forehead against the cool porcelain, trying to steady my breathing. My stomach churns again, but this time it's not just morning sickness. It's the memory of Evelyn's face when she announced to everyone, before I could tell Tyler myself, that I was obviously pregnant during her toast. What else could explain such a rushed wedding? She'd said, raising her champagne glass with that practiced smile. Though I must say, it's not quite the entrance to society I'd hoped for my only son. I push myself up, steadying against the sink. The mirror shows me what 200 guests must have seen. A pale face, smeared makeup, and a slight tremor in my hands that won't stop. The twins, my secret joy for barely 8 weeks, suddenly feel like a weapon Evelyn's wielding against me. The bathroom door creaks open, and Maya slips in with a bottle of water and a concerned frown. Your mother-in-law is out there telling everyone you're suffering from common breeding sickness. Her words, not mine. Fantastic. I take the water, rinsing my mouth. Did she mention the part where she's the one who triggered it by announcing my pregnancy to the entire reception? She's working that angle too, something about how you tried to trap Tyler. Maya stops, biting her lip. Say it. She's suggesting you got pregnant on purpose, to secure your position. A laugh bubbles up, bitter and sharp. My position? I was valedictorian at business school. I have a senior position at Thompson & Miller. What exactly does she think I'm trying to secure? Your place in their world. Maya starts fixing my makeup. Her movements gentle but efficient. You know what Evelyn thinks about people who weren't born into money. The door swings open again, and Tyler appears, his bow tie slightly askew. For a moment, I see the man I fell in love with, concerned, caring. Then his mother's voice carries from just behind him. Really, Tyler? Let the help handle this. You shouldn't have to deal with such unfortunate displays on your wedding day. The help. Maya's hands freeze on my face. I watch Tyler's expression shift, see him straighten his spine, and something inside me cracks. Mother's right, he says, not quite meeting my eyes. Perhaps you should go home if you're not feeling well. We can handle the rest of the reception. The rest of the reception. Our wedding reception. The celebration of our love that's rapidly turning into a showcase of my humiliation. Handle it? My voice comes out steadier than I feel. Like you handled telling your mother about the pregnancy before I could. He has the grace to look uncomfortable. I didn't. She guessed. Tyler. Evelyn's voice cuts through the air like a whip. The Hendersons are asking for you. Sophia clearly needs time to compose herself. I watch my husband of exactly 4 hours, hesitate for just a moment before turning away. The bathroom door swings shut behind them, and in that moment, I see my future crystallize with perfect clarity. Maya, I say, wiping away a tear before it can fall, I need you to help me plan something. What? I meet my own eyes in the mirror, seeing something hard and unfamiliar taking shape behind them. I need you to help me make sure Evelyn Brooks regrets every single thing she did today. 3 weeks after the wedding, I stand in the doorway of our new bedroom, watching Tyler pack for a business trip I hadn't known about until an hour ago. It's just 2 weeks, he says, not looking up from his suitcase. Mother thinks it's crucial I handle the Singapore merger personally, Mother thinks. Those 2 words have become the foundation of our marriage. And the ultrasound appointment? I lean against the doorframe, one hand resting on my still flat stomach. Reschedule it. He folds another crisp shirt with military precision. Mother's arranged for Dr. Harrison instead of that clinic you chose. He's much more suitable. The pause before suitable tells me everything I need to know about Evelyn's opinion of my chosen healthcare provider. I watch him pack his cufflinks, the ones I gave him for his birthday, before we were married, when I still thought love could bridge any gap. Tyler, my voice stays steady. Look at me. He doesn't. Your mother can't keep making all our decisions. She's not. The suitcase snaps shut with unnecessary force. She's helping us navigate society. There's a proper way to do things, Sophia. The sooner you learn that, the easier this will be. A knock at the door saves me from responding. It's Grace, Maya's sister, looking uncomfortable in her new role as Evelyn's personal assistant. Mrs. Brooks asked me to remind you about the foundation dinner tonight, she says, glancing between us. She says it's essential for Sophia to attend, even though you'll be away, Tyler, to show unity. To show I can be controlled, she means. Thank you, Grace. I manage a smile. Tell her I'll be there. After Grace leaves, Tyler finally looks at me. Mother's right about this too. You need to start taking these social obligations seriously. The Brooks name carries weight. And I'm dragging it down? He sighs, running a hand through his perfectly styled hair. That's not what I meant. But you have to admit, you're not exactly familiar with our world. Your world, I correct him. And from what I've seen, I'm not sure I want to be. A car horn honks outside. His driver, right on schedule. Tyler grabs his suitcase, pausing at the door. For a moment, I see uncertainty flicker across his face. Just try. For me. For our family. He's gone before I can remind him that we're already a family. Me and the twins he seems to have forgotten about. My phone buzzes with a text from Maya. Heads up. Your mother-in-law just hired Derek Miller as the foundation's new financial advisor. My stomach drops. Derek Miller, my boss at Thompson & Miller, who's been increasingly critical of my work since the wedding. Another coincidence, I'm sure. I text back, meeting for coffee in 20. The response is immediate, make it 30. And Sophia, wear something nice. Liam says Derek's wife is having lunch at the same cafe. I smile for the first time today. Maya always thinks 3 steps ahead. At my closet, I push past the suitable clothes Evelyn's been sending over, all pastels and pearls, and pull out a red dress that hugs every curve. The kind of dress that makes people notice, remember, talk. My phone buzzes again. This time it's Evelyn. Darling, for tonight's dinner, please wear the blue ensemble I sent over. And do something about that hair. Sleek and elegant is so much more appropriate. I slip the red dress on, letting my dark curls fall wild and free. In the mirror, I barely recognize myself. Not the polished corporate lawyer, not the demure daughter-in-law Evelyn's trying to mold. This woman looks dangerous. Another text from Maya. Found something interesting in Grace's notes. Evelyn's been meeting with Derek twice a week since your wedding. Official reason? Foundation business. But Grace says they always meet at his private club, no other board members present. I apply red lipstick with steady hands, thinking about coincidences and patterns. About how Evelyn smiled when she introduced Derek at last week's charity gala. About the sudden concerns over my performance at work. Perfect timing, I text back. I think it's time we gave Mrs. Miller something to discuss at her ladies' lunch. Don't you? The woman in the mirror smiles, and this time I recognize her completely. She's the woman Evelyn Brooks created, just not the one she intended. The email sits in my draft folder for exactly 3 minutes before I hit send. Just long enough to second-guess everything, not long enough to stop myself. The board of Thompson & Miller will have some interesting questions about Derek's creative accounting practices by morning. My office door opens without a knock. You're still here? Liam stands in the doorway, tie loosened, looking concerned. It's almost midnight. Just finishing some work. I close my laptop, but not before catching another reply from Maya. Photos confirmed, meeting place documented. Sophia. Liam steps inside, closing the door. Derek's been in meetings all day. Emergency board calls. Something about financial discrepancies. I keep my face neutral. How unfortunate. This wouldn't have anything to do with those files you asked me about last week, would it? Before I can answer, my phone buzzes. Grace's name flashes on the screen. Evelyn knows. She's furious. Called Derek twice already. You should go home, Liam says softly. Whatever's happening, you don't want to be here when... The door bursts open. Derek Miller fills the frame, face flushed with rage. You vindictive little bitch! Excuse me? I stand slowly, one hand steadying myself against the desk. Morning sickness has evolved into all-day sickness, but I'll be damned if I'll show weakness now. Derek, Liam steps between us. This isn't... Stay out of this. Derek's voice drops to a dangerous whisper. Your mother-in-law warned me about you. Said you'd try something like this when we started implementing the performance review. Performance review? I laugh, the sound sharp enough to cut. Is that what we're calling it when you systematically undermine every project I've led for the past month? You're paranoid. And now you're desperate. Fabricating evidence. Fabricating? I open my laptop, turn it toward him. Like these transfer records? Or the offshore accounts? Should we discuss the interesting pattern of consultancy fees to shell companies owned by one Evelyn Brooks? His face goes white. Behind him, Liam inhales sharply. You think you're clever? Derek's hands clench into fists. You have no idea what you're dealing with. By morning, you'll be... My phone rings. Tyler's face appears on the screen. I answer on speaker, never taking my eyes off Derek. Sophia? Tyler sounds frustrated. Mother's been trying to reach you. She says you've done something. Ask her about the money, Tyler. My voice remains steady despite the trembling in my hands. Ask her why she's receiving consulting fees from my firm through shell companies. Ask her why she's been meeting Derek privately for weeks. Silence crackles across the line. Then, I don't know what you're talking about. Mother would never. Your mother would never what? Manipulate, deceive, destroy someone's career because they weren't suitable enough for her precious family name. Sophia, you're being hysterical. The pregnancy hormones. Don't you dare. The words come out like ice. Don't you dare try to dismiss this. Check your email. I sent you everything, all the proof, every transaction, every meeting, every calculated move to push me out. More silence. Then the sound of typing. Derek takes a step forward, but Liam moves with him, blocking his path. This is... Tyler's voice falters. This must be a mistake. Mother wouldn't... She would. She did. And you let her. I press my free hand against my stomach, feeling the slight swell there. The question is, what are you going to do about it? I need to talk to Mother first. Of course he does. I end the call, turning back to Derek. You have 12 hours to resign. After that, these files go to the SEC. You're making a terrible mistake. He's trying for threatening, but I hear the fear underneath. Evelyn will what? Destroy my marriage? My career? Too late? I gather my things, walking toward the door. You can tell her something for me, though. I pause beside him, close enough to smell his expensive cologne. Tell her I said thank you. She taught me exactly who I need to be to survive in her world. In the elevator, after Liam ensures Derek leaves first, my phone buzzes one final time. A text from Grace. Evelyn just called an emergency foundation board meeting for tomorrow morning. Says she has proof you're embezzling funds. I smile, thinking of the second set of files Maya and I prepared. The ones showing exactly where the foundation's money really goes. You okay? Liam asks quietly. No, I answer honestly. But I will be. The elevator doors open to the empty lobby, and I step out into the night, ready for whatever comes next. Because unlike Evelyn, I have nothing left to lose. The pregnancy book lies open on my desk, untouched for hours while I stare at my resignation letter. 4 months along, and the twins are already teaching me about sacrifice. My hand drifts to my growing belly as another email from the foundation board lights up my screen. Maya bursts into my office without knocking. They're trying to freeze your accounts. What? Grace just called. Evelyn's convinced the foundation's board that you've been embezzling. They're moving to press charges. The room tilts slightly. I grip the edge of my desk, steadying myself. She can't. The evidence has disappeared. Maya's face is grim. All of it. Every file, every record you collected. Someone wiped your secure drive last night. Of course, I should have expected this after Derek's resignation this morning. But I hadn't thought Evelyn would move this fast, this ruthlessly. My phone rings. Tyler. I let it go to voicemail like I have for the past week. He's left exactly 3 messages, all variations of "Mother says we need to talk." There's more. Maya hesitates. Liam was fired this morning. Gross misconduct. They're saying he helped you fabricate evidence against Derek. The guilt hits like a physical blow. Liam had only tried to help, and now a knock at the door makes us both jump. Grace stands there, pale and shaking. Sophia, I'm so sorry. I just overheard Evelyn's meeting with the district attorney. She has documentation showing you've been stealing from the foundation for months, but it's not real. I've seen the real books. I know it's not. Grace, Maya crosses to her sister. Breathe. My computer screen flashes with a new email. IT security announcing an immediate system lockout. Through my office windows, I see 2 security guards approaching. They're coming to escort you out, Grace whispers. They're saying you're under investigation for fraud. I stand, surprisingly steady despite the chaos erupting in my mind. Maya, get Grace out of here. She can't be seen warning me. Sophia, go, now. They slip out just as the guards reach my door. I'm already packing my personal items, my movements deliberate and calm. Let them watch. Let them report back to Evelyn how collected I was. My phone buzzes again. Not Tyler this time, but an unknown number. The text contains only an address and 2 words. Trust me. The guards escort me through the office, past whispering colleagues and averted eyes. In the elevator, my phone lights up with news alerts. Someone leaked the fraud allegations to the press. The headlines scream about the pregnant gold digger trying to steal from her husband's family charity. Outside, reporters are already gathering. I see the trap closing. Evelyn wants me humiliated, desperate, alone. She expects me to run home to Tyler, to beg for help, to let them handle this quietly in exchange for my complete submission. Instead, I walk straight toward the cameras head high. Let them take their pictures. Let them see me unbroken. My phone buzzes one final time. A voicemail from Tyler. Sophia, please, just come home. Mother says she can make this all go away if you'll just be reasonable. Think about the babies. Think about our family. Our family. As if he hasn't chosen his family over ours at every turn. I flag down a taxi, give the driver the mysterious address from the text. As we pull away, I catch a glimpse of Evelyn watching from her office window in the building next door. Even from here, I can see her satisfied smile. She thinks she's won, thinks she's finally broken me. But she's forgotten something crucial. I grew up with nothing. I built myself from scratch once before. I can do it again. The taxi stops at a small law office. Through the window, I see Liam waiting, a thick folder in his hands. He looks up, meets my eyes, and holds up a USB drive. My hands shake as I reach for the door handle, but not from fear. This feeling surging through me isn't desperation. It's determination. Because Evelyn made one critical mistake. She assumed I'd play by her rules. But I've learned from the best. And now it's my turn to show her exactly what happens when you back someone into a corner. I step out of the taxi, one hand protectively over my belly, the other clutching my phone with its evidence of Tyler's abandonment. Time to remind them all that a mother protecting her children is the most dangerous force in nature. The first contraction hits during Evelyn's press conference. I watch on my phone from Maya's guest room as my mother-in-law dabs carefully orchestrated tears, lamenting how her troubled daughter-in-law betrayed the family's trust. We only wanted to help her, Evelyn sniffs delicately, despite her background. Another contraction rips through me, stronger this time. Too early. 7 weeks too early. Maya appears in the doorway, car keys in hand. Hospital, now! I need to call Tyler. Sophia. He should know. Even now, some part of me wants to believe he'll choose us over her. I dial his number with trembling fingers. Voicemail, again. The drive to the hospital blurs with pain and fear. Maya handles admission while I grip the wheelchair arms, breathing through contractions that are coming too fast, too hard. Mrs. Brooks? A nurse appears with forms. We've contacted your listed doctor. Dr. Harrison? No. The word comes out sharp. Not him, not any Dr. Evelyn chose. The nurse hesitates. But your insurance has been cancelled. Maya finishes, checking her phone. As of an hour ago. Of course. Another piece of Evelyn's plan falling into place. I'll pay cash, I manage between contractions. My doctor is Maria Sanchez at City General. That's not a private facility, the nurse starts, but Maya cuts her off. That's her doctor, make it happen. Hours blur together. Through the haze of pain, I hear Maya arguing with someone at the door. Tyler's voice, then Evelyn's. Security is called. In the background, a monitor beeps, warning about my elevated blood pressure. Sophia. Dr. Sanchez appears, her familiar face grounding me. The twins are under stress. We need to do an emergency C-section. I nod, trying to focus. Tyler is in the waiting room with his mother, Maya says quietly. He's demanding to be let in, but he wasn't here when it mattered. Wasn't here for any of the appointments he kept missing, the decisions he left to his mother, the moments he gave away. You're my medical proxy, I tell Maya as they prep me for surgery. Not Tyler, not Evelyn. If something goes wrong, nothing's going wrong. Maya squeezes my hand. But I've got you. All three of you. The operating room is cold. Through the window, I glimpse Tyler arguing with hospital staff, Evelyn at his elbow, whispering in his ear like always. Then everything happens at once. Alarms blare. Dr. Sanchez's voice turns urgent. The world narrows to pain and pressure and fear. Baby A is out, someone announces. A tiny cry fills the room. It's a boy. Tears stream down my face as they work to deliver his sister. More alarms, more urgent voices. She's hemorrhaging. Blood pressure dropping. Baby B is out, girl. NICU team standing by. 2 cries now, small but fierce, fighting like their mother. Maya, I manage, my voice weak. Don't let Evelyn. Never, she promises, her grip on my hand fierce. They're your babies. Your family. She'll never touch them. The world starts to fade. Through the growing darkness, I hear Dr. Sanchez barking orders, feel Maya's hand torn from mine as they rush to save me. My last conscious thought is of Tyler in the waiting room, letting his mother make one more decision for him. For us. I wake to beeping monitors and Maya's worried face. The twins? Perfect, she says. Small but mighty, just like you. Tyler? Her expression hardens. Left an hour ago, with Evelyn. They're filing emergency custody papers, claiming you're mentally unstable and financially unfit. I close my eyes, feeling something final break inside me. They won't win. No, Maya agrees, because while you were in surgery, Liam found something big. She leans closer, voice dropping. Evelyn's been embezzling from the foundation for years. Real embezzlement, not the fake charges she made against you. And Grace has proof. I think of my tiny fighters in the NICU, of Tyler walking away while I bled, of Evelyn thinking she's finally won. When I get out of here, I whisper, I'm going to take everything from her, not for revenge anymore, for protection, for my family. Maya nods, understanding the shift in me. This isn't about getting even anymore. It's about making sure Evelyn Brooks never comes near my children. Rest, she says. Build your strength. The real fight's just beginning. I close my eyes, letting the pain medication pull me under. In my dreams, I see 2 tiny faces, innocent and perfect, worth any war I have to wage to keep them safe. The NICU's harsh fluorescent lights make everything look unreal. I press my hand against the incubator's clear wall, watching Noah's tiny chest rise and fall. Next to him, Emma fights her own battle, both of them too small, too early, but alive. Mrs. Brooks? A nurse appears with paperwork. There's an issue with the twins' birth certificates. I don't correct her about the name. What issue? Your husband filed them already. Listed his mother as next of kin and medical proxy for both children. The room spins slightly. I grip the incubator for support, careful not to jostle it. He can't do that. He did. Liam appears in the doorway, legal documents in hand. And that's not all. The custody hearing's been moved up. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow? But I'm not even discharged yet. That's the point. He moves closer, voice low. Evelyn's judge friend fast-tracked it. They're counting on you being too weak to appear. My C-section incision throbs, a reminder of how right they are. I can barely stand for 10 minutes. Grace sent these. Liam slides photos across the twins' chart. Crystal clear images of Evelyn meeting with Dr. Harrison, handling documents, passing something that looks suspiciously like cash. She was having him report back everything about the pregnancy, every appointment. The betrayal tastes bitter. He was supposed to be my doctor. There's more. Liam hesitates. The mental instability claims. They're based on medical records showing you had severe postpartum psychosis. Records dated 3 days ago, when you were still pregnant. A laugh escapes me, hollow and harsh. They're not even trying to be subtle anymore. Mrs. Ramirez? Another nurse appears. You have visitors. Tyler enters first. Evelyn close behind. They look polished, prepared. I'm still in a hospital gown, unwashed hair, surgical staples in my abdomen. Sophia. Tyler's voice is gentle, rehearsed. We need to talk about what's best for the twins. Best for the twins? My voice shakes. Like abandoning their mother during emergency surgery? You were hysterical, Evelyn cuts in smoothly. The medical staff agreed you were a danger to yourself and the babies. Tyler had to protect them. The medical staff you bribed. I pull out Grace's photos, like Dr. Harrison. Something flickers in Tyler's eyes. Doubt, maybe guilt. But Evelyn's hand touches his arm, and it vanishes. These are clearly fabricated, she says. More evidence of your paranoid delusions. Tyler, show her the court order. He produces a document. Temporary emergency custody, effective immediately. My legs buckle, but Liam catches me before I fall. You can't take them, I whisper. They're premature. They need me. They need stability, Evelyn corrects. A proper family environment, not... She gestures at me, at the NICU, at everything that's gone wrong. This. Security appears. Evelyn's doing, no doubt. They start to move toward the incubators. No. The word tears from my throat. Please, Tyler. They're your children too. He won't meet my eyes. It's temporary, Sophia, until you're better. I lunge forward, but my incision tears. Pain drops me to my knees as they wheel my babies away. Through tears, I see Evelyn's satisfied smile, Tyler's rigid back as he follows her. Sophia? Liam kneels beside me. Grace found something else, about the foundation money. If we move fast. No. I grip his arm, pulling myself up despite the pain. Not yet. Let them think they've won. Let them think they've broken me. They almost have. Almost. I watch through the window as my children disappear down the hall. But they forgot something important. What's that? A mother who's lost everything, has nothing left to lose. I turn to him, feeling something cold and certain settle in my chest. Call Maya. Tell her to bring Grace's files. All of them. Sophia. They want to play dirty, fine. But they're about to learn that growing up with nothing teaches you how to fight dirty too. As if in response, the pain from my torn stitches intensifies. But it doesn't matter. Physical pain is nothing compared to watching my babies being taken away. Evelyn thinks this is her moment of triumph. She thinks she's finally destroyed me. She's wrong. This isn't my destruction. This is my rebirth. The Brooks Foundation's annual gala sparkles with wealth and privilege. I adjust my black evening gown, covering the still healing C-section scar, and watch Evelyn hold court near the stage. My twins are somewhere in this building, hidden away with a nanny she hired, kept from their mother for 2 weeks now. Everything's ready, Maya whispers, appearing beside me with 2 champagne flutes. Grace uploaded the files to the presentation. Liam has the SEC agent standing by. I take a glass, not drinking. And the press? Outside, waiting for your signal. Evelyn spots me, her smile faltering for just a moment before recovering. She glides over, Tyler trailing in her wake like a lost child. Sophia, darling, how unexpected. I thought you were still recovering. I recovered enough to attend my husband's family charity event. I smile, matching her tone. The twins' family charity, actually, their inheritance. Something dangerous flashes in her eyes. The twins are none of your concern anymore. The court was quite clear. About the temporary custody order? The one based on falsified medical records? I take a step closer. Tell me, how much did you pay Dr. Harrison to backdate those documents? Tyler starts forward. Sophia, you're not well. You should... Be quiet, Tyler. My voice cuts like glass. The adults are talking. Evelyn's perfectly manicured hand grips her champagne stem too tightly. Security, she calls softly. Won't come, Maya says. They're rather busy with the SEC agents currently searching your offices upstairs. The colour drains from Evelyn's face. You're bluffing. Am I? I nod to Grace, who starts the presentation. The giant screens around the ballroom flicker to life, displaying financial records, offshore accounts, dated photographs. Quite the creative accounting, I continue as the crowd murmurs. Embezzling from your own charity, using it to bribe doctors, judges, even pay off Derek Miller to help destroy my career. These are lies, Evelyn hisses, but her eyes dart frantically between the screens. Tyler, do something! Tyler stares at the evidence, at the photos of his mother meeting secretly with Derek, at the money trails leading to judges' accounts. Mother, what did you do? What I had to, she rounds on him. To protect you from this gold-digging witch and her bastard children. The ballroom falls silent. In that silence, a baby's cry echoes from upstairs. My children, I correct her, voice steady despite my racing heart, are the legal heirs to the Brooks fortune, which makes the Foundation's money their money, the money you've been stealing. You think you've won? Evelyn laughs, high and brittle. I still have custody. I still control everything. One charity scandal won't change that. No, I agree. But this will. I nod to Liam, who projects one final document. The medical records proving Dr. Harrison falsified evidence. The judge's signed confession about the bribes. The custody order, now worthless. It's over, Evelyn. I step closer, close enough to smell her expensive perfume. You can leave now, quietly, or I can have you arrested for fraud, corruption, and endangering my children. Your choice. She slaps me hard. The sound cracks through the ballroom. I don't flinch. Wrong choice. The SEC agents emerge from the elevators. The press floods through the doors, cameras flashing, and through it all I watch Tyler finally step away from his mother. Where are my children? I ask him. He points upstairs, not meeting my eyes. Third floor nursery. I turn to leave, but Evelyn grabs my arm. You'll regret this, she snarls. I'll make sure you never... No. I remove her hand slowly. You'll never come near me, or my children again. Because if you do, I'll release the rest of the files. The ones that would put you in prison for decades. You wouldn't dare. Try me. I lean closer, whispering so only she can hear. You taught me well, Evelyn. About power. About revenge. About protecting what's yours. At any cost. Consider this your last lesson. I leave her there, surrounded by flashing cameras and FBI agents, and climb the stairs to my babies. Behind me I hear Tyler calling my name, but it doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters except the two tiny lives waiting above. Maya falls into step beside me. Was it worth it? I think of Evelyn's face as her empire crumbled, of Tyler's final betrayal of his mother, of the price of revenge. Ask me tomorrow, I say, pushing open the nursery door to see my twins for the first time in 2 weeks. Right now, I just want to hold my children. The divorce papers sit unsigned on my desk, while Noah and Emma sleep in the nursery next door. Through the window, I watch reporters still camped outside, hungry for more details about Evelyn Brooks's arrest and the Foundation's collapse. My phone buzzes. Tyler's fourth call today. I let it ring. He's not going to stop, Maya says from the doorway. Not until you talk to him. There's nothing left to say. I trace my fingers over the twins' names on the custody agreement. Sole custody. My terms, non-negotiable. He made his choice, several times. He's asking about the foundation board meeting tomorrow. Of course he is. With Evelyn facing charges and Derek turning state's evidence, the foundation's future hangs by a thread. A thread I now control. Mrs. Ramirez? Grace appears, tablet in hand. The new board members are confirmed for tomorrow. And there's something else you should see. She pulls up an email chain. Messages between Evelyn and someone named Marcus Chen, dating back months before my wedding. Plans within plans. A backup strategy in case her primary scheme failed. She was thorough, I murmur, scanning the messages, even in defeat. A soft cry from the nursery draws me away. Emma's awake, her brother stirring beside her. I lift them both, their tiny bodies fitting perfectly against me, and for a moment, everything else fades away. The doorbell rings. Maya checks the security camera and tenses. It's Tyler. Let him in. The words surprise even me. It's time we finish this. He enters like a stranger, expensive suit wrinkled, eyes haunted. His gaze fixes on the twins and something raw crosses his face. Sophia! Sign the papers, I cut him off. That's why you're here, isn't it? No. Yes, I don't. He runs a hand through his disheveled hair. I want to fix this. Fix what? Your mother's crimes? Your own cowardice? The fact that you abandoned your children when they needed you most? I was wrong. His voice cracks. About everything. About you. About Mother. I should have what? Been a husband? A father? A man? He flinches. I deserve that. You deserve worse. I settle the twins in their playpen, turning to face him fully. But this isn't about what you deserve. It's about what they deserve. And what's that? A mother who'll protect them, a future without manipulation and control, a life free from Evelyn's poison. And without a father? That was your choice, Tyler. Every time you chose her over us, that was your choice. He moves toward the playpen, but I step between them. His eyes meet mine, and for the first time I see real pain there. The foundation, he starts, will survive, under new leadership. My leadership, he blinks. You're taking control? Ironic, isn't it? Everything your mother feared about me stealing the Brooks legacy? She made it happen herself. Grace clears her throat. Sophia, about those emails. Not now. I keep my eyes on Tyler. Sign the papers, then go. The twins need their nap, and I have a board meeting to prepare for. He moves to my desk, pen hovering over the signature line. You won't keep them from me forever. No. Once you've proven you can be their father, their real father, not Evelyn's son, we'll discuss visitation. The pen scratches across paper. When he straightens, he looks older, smaller. I am sorry, he whispers. I know. And I do know, but it doesn't change anything. After he leaves, Grace shows me the rest of the emails. Marcus Chen isn't just anyone. He's Evelyn's secret protégé, groomed as a backup plan, now positioned to take control of what remains of the Brooks empire. Another battle? Maya asks softly. I look at my sleeping children, at the signed divorce papers, at the evidence of yet another enemy emerging from Evelyn's web. No, I decide, not a battle, a negotiation. Because that's what Evelyn never understood. True power isn't about destruction, it's about creation. Building something stronger from the ashes of what was burned down. I pick up my phone, dial Marcus Chen's number. Time to show him what I learned from his mentor's mistakes. The twins stir in their sleep and I smile. Because while Evelyn taught me about revenge, my children taught me something far more important. How to win without becoming what you hate. Mr. Chen, I say when he answers, we should talk about the future.